Most business mentors hide away their best strategies behind sales pages and checkout cards. That's not the case for this video. In this video, you're about to unlock one of my valuable content modules that I use in the backend of my programs that I help to teach clients on how to scale to 20K per month and beyond. Why am I giving this away for free? Because I truly believe that if I provide you with enough value and you see the results of what I'm teaching in these modules, there will come a point where you're going to be needing support to actually implement these strategies, these processes to systematically scale your business. This is actually what I've done for many clients, such as Jasmine, who's at a 12K of revenue in the time of working together, Daphne, who just closed 5 clients in just under 7 days, or Noah, who 3x his investments. If you found value in this video, and if you're done with figuring things out yourself, then click on the link below and book in a call with me so I can see if I can be of service to you and can help you scale your business so you can actually start to create predictable revenue months and actually start to work on your business instead of in your business. Having that said, enjoy the video.
Hey guys, in this video we're going to be diving into how to use Sales Navigator practically to extract lists which include your prospects, which include your ideal customer profile, which are actually active on LinkedIn. So you can improve your connection rate, you can improve your reply rate, and I'm going to be showing you how to use a tool which I use is called WeConnect to automate the process of outreach. And I'm also going to be sharing with you the templates that I use, my best performing templates so far after like a year and a half of testing, which will help you to get the connections automatically and get the prospects into your inbox also automatically. So let's just start off with Sales Navigator. And here I am at the home screen of Sales Navigator. Now again, Sales Navigator is a paid functionality of LinkedIn. It's currently around 100 euros per month. So not the cheapest tool, but I will show you how you can use the free membership, the free subscription, which you usually get for a month, and how we can start to extract the lists and put them into a tool so you can end your membership afterwards if needed. So here at the home screen, I will see my prospects. I will see all of my leads. I actually want to start creating lead lists. So here in leads, here we can see different lead lists that I created. And if we go to lead filter, then here you have all the different possible filters that you can start using. Now I will just directly dive into the filters and criteria that I use. So I can save my list. You can do that here. Here you can say save list. You can name your list and then it shows up in saved searches. But if I want to see all filters, here we go. This is what I use. These are the criteria that I use to filter out my ideal client. Now again, my ideal client can be different from yours. So think about the filter criteria that you want to be using. But these for me and most likely also for you are powerful ones. So I will show you what I use and why. So here underneath company type, I have included self-owned and self-employed. Right? There's government, college, nonprofit, etc. I use self-owned, self-employed as I want to be speaking to the decision makers. I want to be speaking to the owners, to the founders of companies that are in need of more leads and more sales. You can also find that back. This is current company headcount. Here you can also select self-employed. I have already selected it here. If you're targeting people on the payroll, then here you can select either one or multiple ranges of the amount of employees working in that company. So are you targeting startups? Are you targeting big corporates? This is where you can select. But for me, it's self-owned, self-employed, right? And this all again comes down to your niche that you have chosen, your ideal customer profile that you have chosen that reflects here. Now for me, I put in these criteria: coach, founder, co-founder, agency owner, CEO, owner, co-owner, director, and mentor, which are most applicable to my target audience. For me, my target audience are mainly coaches and agency owners and business owners. So I really want to be speaking to the decision makers, to the people leading the company. Again, that's what this filters out. And here in particular, the type of roles that I want to be targeting. Senior level, past job title, I don't care about too much. This one I will dive into in a minute. And this is the industry. Now the industry list is quite long. Now I recommend you to just go through this unless you have a very specific niche, which is just target around one particular industry. Maybe it's IT services, then just choose that one. But take a bit of time, take a couple minutes just to run through the list and discover which industries could apply to you. All right. For me, it's professional training and coaches. This is the main one. Again, I'm targeting coaches in in the training industry, in the coaching industry, business consultancy, marketing services, as in like agency owners also applies. Wellness and fitness services. This is also where I helped clients with the education industry, social networking platforms, business content, e-learning providers. So these are all relevant for me. So I want to filter out as much rubbish as I can because I want to connect with the right people and also want to make sure that people find value in my connection request. This is why I'm specific in how I filter out my list. Now, last but not least, the filter criteria that I use is posted on LinkedIn. So this means has your prospect posted in the last 30 days or less on LinkedIn, right? And this significantly, here we have 266 results. If I uncheck this will probably increase quite a bit, right? So here we almost have 1,000 results. There's a lot of dormant contacts on LinkedIn. And yeah, you can choose either to use this or not to use it. Depends on your segment size. If your segment size is really small, when this is on, then maybe you want to play around or consider to also include the non-active ones. I would recommend to start off with just a very specific list as the list that we just created. 266 people meeting these criteria, owning the company, are active on LinkedIn, are part of the industry that I can help in, and also are located in Eindhoven in the Netherlands. I'll explain why. So I would recommend you to choose to go for the people who are actually active on LinkedIn, because still if you add a contact which is not active, you're probably not going to get a reply. You might get an acceptance. It's nice for your follower account, for your follower amount, for your connection amount to be growing, but you actually want to start conversations. The objective of sending out a connection request is actually to get a reply. That's what we're here for, because we want to get into the DMs and start these conversations. So this is why I recommend to use this one. Now, why Eindhoven? I will show in the connection request message that we'll be using why I chose Eindhoven or any other place that I've lived or that I'm familiar with, because it's an easy icebreaker. If I would say, hey, I see you're also from Eindhoven. How great to see another business owner from Eindhoven is this in this restaurant or this in this bar or a place that you actually used to go to, grab some coffee, go to the movies, grab a beer, whatever. Then you create a common interest or a commonality, and that's what people relate to. People like it if something is relatable. So this is why I choose very specific areas when it comes to location, and in this case, Eindhoven, for example, to connect with people. This is what I use in the connection request, and this really helps the personalization part. Now, I have already created a campaign and actually already running for Eindhoven, so let me just do one, for instance, with Amsterdam. So I lived in Eindhoven. I also lived in Amsterdam. Eindhoven is smaller than Amsterdam, for those who do not know. So here you can say, here you can see Amsterdam above 1,000 contacts who have actively posted, right? I would just do a quick cross-check. Business owner, yes. Founder and chief, yes. Founder, CEO, yes. Founder, manager, director. Founder, eigenaar means owner. Founder, yes. So these can all be potential clients of mine. So now I have a very targeted list in Amsterdam of people who are active on LinkedIn, and I have more than 1,000 contacts. So this is a perfect list for me to start. So what I would do here, now this is where it gets interesting. Here you copy paste this URL, and we'll switch over to WeConnect now. This setup of WeConnect is relatively easy. So you connect WeConnect to your LinkedIn account. And once it's connected, it can help you to send automatic connection requests. It can like posts, it can visit profiles, so it can automate quite a bit of the process for you. Now, really, like the golden nuggets here are like, how do you set up the sequence of the tool and what messaging do you use? So we just created the lead list. So I would go to my folder, then the save list. Now it will load the list, and you see we have created quite a few lists, specific Australia, Netherlands, Eindhoven, and we want to create a specific list here. So we go to add list, LinkedIn search URL. I would chuck it in here, and I would say Amsterdam business owners actively posting 1K plus, right? This is how my naming convention works. It's Amsterdam, it's business owners. I know that I put on the actively posting one, and it's about 1K. And here I just want second and third degree connections. So I go and save and import. Now what it will do, it will upload all of the context. This will take a bit of time for it to actually upload all of the context, but eventually it should be more than 1,000 contacts in here. Now from here we go to campaigns. We go to campaigns, add new. Then we want save lists. Let me see if it's already there. Yes, it's already there. Enter the campaign name, Amsterdam business owners. I would just use the same naming convention, actively posting 1K. Continue. Okay, so now here we can go to the sequence of what we wanted to do. Now, as I said, it has quite a few awesome options to actually automate. So you can have someone, you can follow someone, you can invite someone to connect. So this is your connection request. It can like a post or it can visit a profile. What I usually do to like mimic human behavior is to visit a profile. This is what you would normally do, right? You come across a profile, you would come across a profile, whatever way you would visit the profile. All right, we go to save. Then from here, I mean, you can, if you want to increase the sequence, I wouldn't make it too lengthy because every date has a limited amount of actions. You could say you would like a post, save, and then you would invite to connect. I've also run campaigns without this step. It depends on like how many people you want to process, how quickly you want to get in leads. I wouldn't overdo it. I would take like 1 or 2 steps before actually sending the connection request. Now the connection request template is this one. And we take it from here. Hey, first name. So this is actually a field merge, as we call it, there, that we can put in. So here, if it knows the first name, it would say, hey, Adam. And if it doesn't know the first name, it would say, hey there. Refreshing, seeing another Amsterdam business owner on LinkedIn, right? So we mentioned Amsterdam business owner. We make it as personalized as possible. I swear it's only been island people on my feed lately. This is kind of like informal, somewhat of a joke. People would go to my profile, they would see I live on Bali. So they would usually respond saying, oh, this is probably because you live in Bali. Why you see that? Have an epic week, right? So here we have the personalization. We create connection because this person is also living in Amsterdam. We say it's refreshing. We have a bit of an informal comment here and we wish them an epic week. And then we close off with PS, have you checked out the Harbor Club yet? 10 out of 10 coffee, right? So the Harbor Club was actually really close to my previous house, place I would used to go to often to have a cup of coffee. And this is a very important one because we want to trigger a response. We don't want, like, without this, it's just people would accept and that's it. But no, we want to end with a question, which is a nice question. It's more like already like a gift to them, right? We're kind of like helping them to discover something new, and it opens up conversation. A lot of people know the Harbor Club, so they would come back like, oh yeah, I fucking hate the place, or lovely place, or no, I haven't checked it out, should I? So this is the start of the conversation. Very important to have something in here like that. Otherwise, they would just accept and the conversation drops dead. And then you need to be the one to re-engage the conversation, and that could come across as pushy or salesy. Now it's just a natural way, right? So we would save this. We would save. And the next one I would do, if accepted, I would probably not do anything. If not accepted, I would withdraw the invite after maybe like 20 days. We don't want too many invites pending, not the greatest for the algorithm, for the score of your profile. Do I need to do something? Accept it. I would visit profile again after 5 days. Yes, no, yes, safe. Good, so now we have the sequence: visit profile, like a post, invite. If invited, then it would visit the profile again. And if not, it would withdraw the invite after 25 days. Good. Now here we can say send invites with a custom message if LinkedIn limits are reached without. So if you are on the free one, it limits the amount of personalized invitations. Currently, I think it's only 20 per month. If you have a paid one, this can already be the career one, which at the moment is like 30 euros per month. You can send out more messages. I think it's like 100 personalized messages per month at the moment. Same for Sales Navigator. So yeah, I would encourage you to put this one on. Exclude. I don't want to talk to people like less than 500 without profile picture. No. So I filter out these. Actions, you can do like 100 actions per day. So profile visits is one, like is one, connection request is one. And you don't want to like pump this up too much because LinkedIn doesn't actually allow for third party automation tools like these. So depending on like also how much leads I can handle in the inbox, I would set it to around 50. You can play around with this and get a sense of feeling of like how many leads are coming in and how you can actually manage all of the conversations. Also important that you follow up, obviously. Campaign schedule, right? So for me, it's set on Amsterdam time, which makes sense, which is their time. And it runs from Monday to Saturday. I would actually do Monday to Friday just to mimic human behavior. And from here, I would say randomized daily actions. So then at one day I would do like 45 actions. The other day I would do like 60 actions. Continue, right? Just a final check. And I would say launch. All right. Now we're launching the campaign, so we can sit back and wait for the leads, for the prospects to come into the inbox. Now, what I would recommend for Sales Navigator is if you have determined your filter criteria, I would play around and I would already go from like, okay, I can do this with Amsterdam, but I also lived in Castricum. Include 12 results. Okay, so in this case, it's not a lot. I would have a look at like posted not on LinkedIn. 32. Okay, it's not a lot. I could still use this list just as an example. Or maybe what I could do actually is like add some other places. Castricum is like where I was born. Alkmaar is like a bigger city next to it. This will probably boost it up. 177. I could include hello. All right, so something familiar. Castricum, Alkmaar, hello. It's all relatively close by. So I can play around with the numbers here. Okay, so I have these three cities. These three places, 217 results. We'll take this one, copy, go to lists, my folders, save lists. And from here, add list. I would do the same thing again. I would add this in, right? Name list, Castricum, hello, Alkmaar, business owners, active and non-active, 217. Save and import, right? So now what it does, it takes the list from Sales Navigator, it puts it into WeConnect, it uploads all of the connections, and you would have your list here. So if you do this with all of like the different places that you know, I could do this also for Bali, I could do this for Mexico, I could do this for other places that I've lived that I know. Take the list, put it into WeConnect, it uploads the connections, it uploads the contacts, and from there I have it there. And if I want, I can cancel Sales Navigator after a month, after the trial, and then I have all of my contacts here and I can start running the campaigns. So in this way, you save your money because you don't need to pay for Sales Navigator every month for like $100, and you still have all of your active leads here. As you see, it takes a bit of time to upload, give it some time, the tool. In the meantime, you can start collecting more and more of these URLs. All right, so with that, you now understand how to use Sales Navigator, which criteria to use, and also how to use WeConnect. And please make sure you use this winning script or variation of your own in your own toys, but in your own tone of voice. But make sure you include as much personalization as you can, and remember to end with a question that sparks of a conversation, because that's your main objective here when sending out connection requests. All right, I'm going to leave it at that in under 20 minutes and wishing you good luck with all of your leads.